seen Nick Saban? I know it's a dumb question.
Like in person?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple times. I've been in his office.
What? Have you seen the 2 cream pies he eats every morning?
oatmeal cream pie?
With you.
You know, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him eat the cream pies.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
work
He
for
says
the
he has the
athletic
2 cream
department.
pies and a black coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I've seen the black coffee. I've seen him walking with the black coffee.
The black coffee's
hilarious.
Oh,
He looks like a whole thermos kind of guy.
You talking about Saban?
Yeah. What is he? Is he carrying it in a mug, cup like he throws away?
Just a normal cup. Surprising, like you would think you would have something better, but it's like
a Yeti or
normal
something.
cup you could get at Starbucks with a sleeve.
That's hilarious.
I would if I was Nick Saban, I would walk around with like a mug with all my national championships on it.
I have a made
the
Yeti.
rings too.
The rings on it, just click it against the mug.
Look like fucking Thanos.
You know, like those basic cups you can get the water in.
Yeah.
That's literally what I saw him around with.
But he's a very simple man.
He's a simple man.
He's a simple man.
Speaking of, we can start off. Okay, this is episode 12. We're gonna transition real quick. We got the crew here.
Grant's balls.
We got my buddy Shaw. We're gonna talk football this week. But I saw a fact that Nick Saban has, was it 12, 11 season wins at Alabama.
Is it 12?
It might be
I
more.
didn't see that stat.
I think it might be more. It's either 12 or more.
That
And
sounds about right.
The next closest is like 10. And this is out of all teams. Saban himself at Alabama has more 11 season wins than some of these teams, like pretty much all the SEC teams in their history, which is absurd.
That's crazy.
I mean,
He's the
great,
GOAT, man.
He's great.
What else
though.
can you say?
He is the GOAT.
Like
But after this weekend, it's going to tarnish his
you know when
legacy.
people say he's
retired.
washed.
He's retired.
You know people say he's washed. Y'all know Alabama's former Humphreys. He plays for the Ravens. I bet Sean knows what
For the
I'm talking
Ravens,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, he has a podcast and they're talking about how like some people say Nick Saban's washed. He goes, well, to be washed, you had to be a little dirty at some point. Am I right?
Right?
That's great.
Shout out Marlon Humphrey. I
Yeah.
love Analyst Hump.
Yeah.
Analyst. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I know that's what he calls himself on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but yeah, I like Marlon Humphreys too, even though I'm an LSU fan. Sure,
Yeah.
went to LSU. But it is what it is.
Speaking of, let's go.
Let's just talk about the week. We have Shaw here.
We have, yeah.
Alabama student.
Did you get to?
Bunch of Tennessee fans.
bunch of Tennessee fans, one LSU. Did you get to watch much football this past weekend, or were you working?
I was working this past weekend, so I didn't watch much. I caught a little bit of the Tennessee Texas A&M game.
It was a bad game. You shouldn't have watched it.
Yeah, Hayes King. Yeah, he sold for Texas A&M. I'm not gonna lie, he sold. But no, I worked, but I did get to watch Bama's game. So
That was also a pretty bad game towards the end. I thought Arkansas was going to come back and win. I'm not going to lie. It was getting close.
yeah,
But
for some reason I was never nervous that they would come back and win. It's an ugly thing to watch though. It's just so ugly to watch.
that's going to be this weekend too. It's going to be an ugly game to watch this week.
Let's just. I want to talk
Look.
about what's the atmosphere like in Tuscaloosa right now. It's the beginning of the week. You know, last year was a disappointment for Alabama fans, Alabama students. What's it like this year?
I'll tell you, this year is weird, right? Because like we're not dominant like we have been in the past, and Alabama fans in general are like so pessimistic when we're just like generally a good football team. So like people around campus are like, oh, like I don't even want to go to the game. Like we're gonna lose. Like it's really weird. Like I've never experienced that before. It's so weird. But I think it's gonna be fun because everybody hates Tennessee. Probably more than any other school except for Auburn, so everybody's going to show up and it's going to be really fun. Tennessee Hate Week is always so fun. They banned jack-o'-lanterns in Tuscaloosa for the week.
Wait, really?
I'd never do that.
Yeah. People are like, no jack-o'-lanterns, no pumpkins, no nothing, like no orange this week. It's crazy.
They banned Jack.
That's
Lane.
crazy to think
that's
that.
crazy.
Dominance to
but the
good.
one thing
how fans can be pissed.
Tennessee fans.
Yeah.
Even when we were going like 2-10,
We still.
the stadium's still packed
still
out.
yeah.
But that shows Alabama's like standard of greatness for football.
Yeah,
the football
yeah.
If you
program.
want to say that.
I'll say this, that stadium isn't going to have an empty seat. It's not going to be empty.
No,
but
hell no.
people aren't happy about how the year has gone so far.
Yeah.
Will you get a chance? Will you be there?
Speaking of Tennessee, though, I did speak with an anonymous. I'll keep him anonymous. A member of the Tennessee athletic department earlier today,
Do I know this
and
anonymous?
I'm hearing
Do I know this?
you might and he says that y'all receivers are having a drop problem. That doesn't sound good.
Oh, yeah. Ramel
Right,
Keaton
against
dropping
our
everything.
defense.
It's been the whole year. It's not just been a problem. It's been the whole year. You need to go back and rewatch the. You didn't get to watch the whole game.
The A&M game.
Just wide open, probably the softest throw Joe Milton's ever made in his life. Just a little touch, and the breadbasket drops it. It was
Ramel Keaton dropped a big one.
wide open. It was absurd. Yeah, they need to get on the jug machine. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Um, But so you're saying that Alabama fans think y'all are gonna lose? I just want to quote that, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
it's not a Tennessee thing. It's not because anybody here thinks Tennessee is good. Everybody just thinks this team is bad for some reason. Yeah, and rightfully so. There's some glaring flaws on this team, but again, it's not a Tennessee thing. Nobody's like, "Oh, Tennessee is better than Alabama." No, those words will never come out of anybody's mouth here. But fans are nervous that we will have more than just this one loss on our record. I'll say it like that. They're nervous there will be more than one L on our record.
So like last year, right?
No, not at all like last year. I'll tell you, so I went to Neyland last year,
Yeah.
and I'll say this. I try to be impartial, but Rocky Top is it was rocking. It was crazy. That was a fun game. That's one of my favorite games I've been to like in my life.
Even
That
though
was a fun game,
even though
even though it was an L.
yeah.
And I got out of there so fast as soon as I saw
That's
that
the day they
kick
wanna
start to
clock
go
your
through.
40
My
time.
cousin and I were out of there. We got out of fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt it, dude. Honestly, though, I felt like when I was at the game, I thought it was like all the Alabama fans around me were pretty like respectable. They were like shaking hands, saying congratulations and everything. They were getting out of there fast, but like I don't think there was any
Yeah.
ill will to anybody. I'll be honest.
Hey, we're classy, man. We've been there before. We're not like you guys.
Hey, you
guys
guys.
get
Thank
rowdy
you.
all the
Thank
time
you.
because you haven't won.
Thank you. They don't understand how to win.
What do you mean?
They don't. We do it all
What
the
do you
time.
mean?
It's casual.
I understand. Not as frequent as him, but I understand. I've
Right.
grown up
I
with
think
3
when we had
natties in my life.
29
How many have you grown up with? 0.
Yeah,
You
you're
were
right.
born in
You're
98.
right.
We have,
You're
we
right.
have 29 SEC championships. Like, come on, like that's just SEC championship doesn't even mean anything. It's just like, oh yeah, we did it.
So you're saying?
You guys are someday, maybe. I doubt it.
Wait, what'd you say?
I say you guys might get there someday, but I doubt it.
This is tough. This is tough.
I can't focus. I'm trying to focus.
You trying to focus?
But all I hear is metal clacking in the background.
But yeah, so I guess there are a couple games this past week though. Let's transition because we're gonna get back into it later. My favorite team right now, besides Tennessee, the Washington Huskies.
Okay.
I mean, they proved why are they not in the top 4? Why are they not? They're number 5.
I don't think the Pac-12 is going to get the respect.
They're not. They need to put some respect
Also,
on the Huskies.
What about Brock Bauer being?
Who's still ahead of them?
So it's Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington.
Man, get Ohio State out of there, man. Get Washington up in the top 4, man.
Also, Will just brought this up too. This is going to be an interesting. Brock Bauer is being hurt. Georgia.
Yeah. I wonder what that offense is going to look like. It's so Bowers dependent.
Oh yeah.
Like the run game with the blocking and in the pass game. Like
It's going to
obviously
be a
he's a
Lad
monster.
McConkey show.
It will be a Lad McConkey show. Honestly.
It really. Look, I again, I'm harsher on Georgia than most people just because of what they put us through, a couple years ago. But I see a Georgia loss coming up soon on the horizon. I have to recheck that schedule, but
Who may it
they're
be?
going to drop one of
Yeah.
these games.
Who do you think it might be?
Listen, let me look at the schedule real quick, and then I'll tell you.
Here's the
Because
thing.
I thought they might drop to Auburn.
That's what I think. Hugh Freeze is going to get somebody, but he didn't get them yet. It could be Ole Miss.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
one team that I'm looking at right now, and I'm saying it's Mizzou, which I think it's this weekend. Don't they play Mizzou this weekend?
They have Florida this weekend
Florida
and then
this
Mizzou.
They could lose to Florida.
I didn't
But
realize they
here's
played
the
I
thing.
could see them.
Every time we
Go
put
ahead.
pressure on Georgia, that they got this team they're gonna lose to, they go and smack that team for 4 quarters. But when there's no pressure on Georgia, they have a close game.
Yeah.
As soon as we start talking about Georgia, Kentucky, they embarrassed Kentucky.
It was like the Mizzou game last
Year,
Right.
no one talked about the Mizzou game last year. Georgia, they almost lost it. Guess what happens? They talked about the Georgia Tennessee game. They owned Tennessee for 4 quarters. Y'all keep on talking. Kirby Smart, here's this.
I wouldn't say for 4
He's-
quarters.
Oh, stop.
Maybe 2. Maybe
Oh.
2.
Stop. It was
I'm
4
gonna
quarters.
say this. Hey,
They
do
dominated
not
4
sleep
quarters.
on the Ole Miss Georgia game.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy hates Ole Miss, so he's
Yeah.
not going to give them a respect.
Right.
But
But one thing they can do is score, and if Georgia can't, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
They did against.
But you know, last
Kentucky,
time Ole
but-
Miss played a good defense, what happened? They scored 10 points.
Yeah, that's fair. They didn't score much against us either.
That's what I'm saying. That's the 10 points they scored. When they play a good
That was
defense, they
10,
score.
man. Yeah,
When they play a trash defense,
Alright.
they score 59. So, I know
what
what that's like.
about what do you think about Florida State? They play Duke this
I
weekend.
like
too.
Florida State. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do the pick 'em. I don't want to give away picks if we're gonna do it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Line.
My bad. We won't do that.
But
yet.
I do like. I like Florida State as a team, man. Keon Coleman, dog, he's so good. He's a great football player. Jordan Travis is nice. He's cool. Super athletic. No, I like that team a lot. I'm glad Florida State's good. I have a buddy that's on the team at Florida State.
Oh, really?
So yeah, Peter Warwick Jr., a friend of mine. So he's on the squad. He's a DB at Florida State. Not a starter, but yeah.
He's still on the team though. That's all that matters. If
D1.
you get the gear,
Right.
that's all that matters, right?
That is true.
I just want
Right.
the gear. I just want the gear.
Get cool jackets like this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it for the jacket.
Do it for the jacket.
Do it for the jacket, man.
But yeah, no. So I mean, what else we got? What other games last week would you say was? I mean, Mizzou, Kentucky. I picked Mizzou.
That was a good game. I didn't get to watch it. Though.
Florida, South
Mhm.
Carolina.
I
Florida
picked Mizzou too.
Florida, South Carolina.
They're
I mean,
both losing. At one point in
Alabama,
time.
Arkansas game came down to the wire.
Yeah.
Um,
It was
Yeah.
honest. We
Oh,
talked.
man.
We talked about it last week. It was really just like an SEC showing because besides like Washington and Oregon and Notre Dame, USC, which I kind of saw. I didn't expect Caleb Williams.
We could talk about Arizona plastering Washington State.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't get to watch the game, but that was a crazy result.
Uh-huh.
They plastered. Cam Ward didn't do much. I don't know.
Yeah.
These Arizona schools are kind of scary in the Pac-12. Arizona State, Arizona. I don't know. There's anything good about them besides like 2-5, 1-5. But they
Right.
make games close. It's Stanford beating Colorado. Obviously.
Stanford being Colorado
Yeah.
is
That 29-point comeback.
crazy.
Stanford
That
wins.
was
Christian
crazy.
McCaffrey gets hurt.
Yeah.
Is that? I didn't. Wait, Christian McCaffrey got
Yeah.
hurt?
I don't think.
Yeah, he tore his.
Yeah, he
oblique.
got hurt.
Oh, he's
What?
out for a little bit, right? That would
Yeah,
be he's
he's
out
out.
for a little bit.
Yeah, he tore his oblique.
Oh, I had no idea about that. That's
He
where my
tore it. I didn't know he tore it.
yeah, that's where my head's at. I didn't know about that. I know about Justin Fields.
Maybe not a full tear. but-
You know about Justin Fields, don't you?
Yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah, you know about that, don't you? The 4
Dude,
points he
this
gave
I
you
played this guy in fantasy last week,
got whooped.
and
Yeah.
Justin Fields got hurt, so he was out. And then
It would have never made up for anything.
I mean,
It
it
was
wouldn't have.
160
It
to
wouldn't
14,
have. It was a.
114.
It's been a rough year in fantasy. I'll say that. Very unlucky year. I feel
know
like
how
that's
it
my excuse every week, but it really is. Like this week, I've got like
Excuse every
eight
year.
guys on bye weeks. Just ironically, it's crazy. So I'm taking another L this week, but
That's how you draft.
Who you
It is.
play?
Hey,
I
it is
played
what
Shaq.
it is. Hey, I got a question for y'all though, right? Because I'm in the building all the time, so I kind of my opinion's kind of saying. But what does this Alabama team look like to y'all, like from the outside?
do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, be completely honest.
I think we're gonna give your offensive line a show
I do too.
this coming
Yeah.
weekend.
The offensive line is in shambles, but Milroe is really good on his feet.
Yeah, he's athletic. He definitely.
He struggles sometimes, I believe,
One
throwing
second, I
it.
just lost sound.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Ooh. What about now? What about now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you
Yeah.
hear me? All right,
Yeah.
all right. What
All
was the
right,
last
I'll
thing
do
you heard? He was saying Milroe was good on his feet.
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
I always say
I just heard you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I believe like the offensive line struggles for Alabama, but Milroe extends plays very well, but he also struggles to throw it sometimes.
I think his long ball is.
Sometimes.
I see Alabama differently than y'all do.
It's going to be a
Let's
battle
hear it.
of whose quarterback
How do you see? Yeah, I want to hear.
I
all
think
the point of
Alabama's
views, and I'll
front
give you all mine.
seven, secondary is their weakest part, but their front seven's filthy. Dallas Turner, filthy. I think they're gonna have a hard time running the rock versus Alabama. I think they're gonna have a hard time protecting Joe Milton because you know
guys
when,
went out again. What's happening?
What the heck? Hello? Can you hear me now?
It keeps going to that black
it keeps
hole.
Yeah,
it
what the
keeps
heck?
switching.
What is the black hole?
I don't know. I don't know what the black hole is, but can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
basically what I was saying is that I think that front seven's filthy for Alabama. I think where Tennessee struggles is I don't know, every time I watch Tennessee, anytime Joe Milton has pressure in the pocket, collapses.
Because he don't extend the play.
He doesn't
He
extend
doesn't
the
extend
play.
plays at all.
So if Dallas Turner lives in that backfield, I don't know where Tennessee fans think they're going to be offensively that whole game,
Right.
besides on the ground. Now, when it comes to Alabama's offense, I think Milroe does struggle to throw, but it's only like long to medium throws. His long ball isn't horrible, but it's in that space zone where it's like 15 to 20 yards where he struggles to keep that accuracy.
I feel
Yeah.
that if they keep him in the box and don't let him get out of the
That's
Out in the
harder
open?
said than done with.
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
I know
Oh,
that's harder said
Wait,
than
and
done.
especially-
He's nuts.
Hey, Cool
Milroe's-
Breeze can keep Joe Milton in there.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as Milroe starts moving with his feet, he becomes a running back. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's gonna start gashing the cornerbacks, and they're not gonna like that.
He's a
Yeah.
size wise like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Oh,
He can run
Jalen
the
Hurts
rock.
can just throw the ball.
And he
a little
can.
better,
I
but-
think he doesn't get enough love when it comes to throwing the rock because he can throw the rock. He ain't just
That's
some-
what
Yeah.
I thought his long ball was his best thing. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, but when it comes
That's his best attribute, throwing the ball. Honestly.
Yeah. But when it comes to that 15 to 20 yards, he kind of starts to lose his accuracy. You know,
Yeah.
wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Like he'll underthrow
So
it
I'll
or
give you my
overthrow it.
perspective. I'll start with Milroe, right? If I was making a list of like my problems with the offense this year, Milroe is probably third or fourth on that list. So I really don't think he's a problem. But where he does struggle is for somebody as athletic as he is, and he extends plays, he does not throw the ball well when his feet aren't set. Like he can't throw for as mobile as he is, he cannot throw on the run. And like you said, in that 15 to 20 yard intermediate range, he always misses high,
Yeah.
which is like so crazy to me because his arm is so strong.
It happened in
So
the
it's
A&M
so
game.
weird.
He overthrew that guy in
Exactly.
the flat. He was wide open, overthrew him.
So he always misses high, which makes like our receivers have difficult catches, tip balls, interceptions, etc.
It puts it
So
in
that's
sketchy-
really tough for him.
sketchy
But
play, too.
our offensive line has struggled. Tommy Reese, it takes him forever to figure out how he wants to call the game. Like our first two drives, I don't think we'll score because it takes him 3 drives to figure out what in the world he wants to call. But if Jalen gets out the pocket and either sets his feet and throws the ball or actually just takes off and run, I think that's where it's going to cause the problems, really.
Well, so it sounds like Milton, but he actually can hit his deep balls, is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm getting from it.
I haven't watched Milton this year, so I don't know, but I've heard he struggles with touch.
Oh, terrible.
No.
He struggles throwing.
He might be left-handed.
But no, defensively, I think that front seven is great. I think we have like 2 NFL corners. I think Terrion Arnold is like legitimately blossoming into like an NFL prototype corner. I think our defense has played well. It was just kind of inexperience on the back end. Like we have a transfer safety, Jalen Key, and our other safety is Caleb Downs, a true freshman. So like they're still kind of getting their bearings, even though we're kind of midway through the season. But no, I like the way our defense has
Well,
been
you got
playing. Honestly,
you got Kool-Aid too, right?
Yeah, McKinstry.
right? Yeah, and we got Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
Kool-Aid and Terrion out there on the outside.
So
You got Malachi Moore. I love Malachi Moore.
I
when he
hate
plays.
Malachi Moore.
I don't know if he's playing this week
Yeah,
or not.
I don't
though.
think he is. But when he was playing, I
saw him in a boot.
love when he plays.
Wait, real question: is that what's on his
Yeah,
driver's
yeah.
license?
What?
Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's his legal name, isn't it? Isn't his name legal Kool-Aid?
No, his real name is JaQuincy.
I could have sworn he switched it to Kool-Aid though. Like actually.
He might have.
On the
if he has,
Alabama
I
roster
didn't know.
online, it says Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's listed as Kool-Aid.
I was doing my research because this. I'm gonna say this. Spencer Rattler was wrong, and you'll hear it here first. This is my Super Bowl. South Carolina was my Super Bowl. This is my Super Bowl. But talking about the secondary, like, unless Joe Milton somehow just comes out and actually figures out how to throw, you don't have to worry about the receivers. Honestly,
we can't live off the
bubbles,
the bubble screens and all that stuff. The only way it's gonna work is we start throwing them in motion to like running backs.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff. You can't live off the.
Yeah, that was one big thing I was reading about. It's like they're worried about your secondary. I don't see any problems with your secondary this game. If there's gonna be any problems,
I'm not worried about them.
If there's gonna be any problems, it's gonna be the run game. Like I said, unless something magically happens where, Milton's throwing for like 300 yards and 22 for 25, but that's where I'm getting. And I think it's gonna be a shootout. Honestly,
I'll tell you one thing: there will be no
Really?
money put on that game.
you're not putting any money on it.
No.
Alabama is a 9-point favorite.
They went up.
The over/under of 47 and a half, I guess.
I think it's gonna be opposite, Chase. I think it's gonna be kind of low scoring. I really do.
I wouldn't doubt that either, honestly, because
I mean, last year was a 50-point game
Yeah.
for both
Whose
sides.
quarterbacks were?
Yeah, it won't be that again. I can't see that happening.
whose quarterback? Jackson said, "Whose quarterback is worse?" We're gonna figure that.
That maybe was the over/under.
Wow.
106.
But
Man,
yeah. Well, let's get into this week's pick'ems because
let's do it.
we got
We
some.
decided who we want to do?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. What I sent, right?
Yeah, I got them on my phone. Let me pull it up for you.
But like I said, there's one game that stands out. That's
Tell me
I
when you're ready.
don't have
I
my
got
phone.
It. You could look at it right here.
Okay. Yeah, we ready? So Penn
do
State, Ohio State. Who wants to start off?
Yeah, who's going first?
I'll start off. I really, and like Shaw said, get Ohio State out there, but I think Ohio State wins. It's in the
Okay.
horseshoe. It's in the horseshoe. It's at home. Ryan Day owns Franklin. Franklin's never won a really big game in a while. I'm gonna go Ohio State.
I'm similar with him. I've got more family ties to Ohio State, so I'm gonna go with the Buckeyes.
Okay.
Just because Miss Connie loves Buckeyes. She had me in the Ohio State Buckeyes gear when I was little too. That stays here. I don't want anybody knowing that.
So you're
We're putting this on the
Ohio-
internet, bro.
You're
Everyone's
Putting it
gonna
out
hear it.
to the world.
Everyone's gonna hear it. So yeah, I'm picking Ohio State.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Give me the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
Buckeyes. What about you, Will?
What are you feeling, Will?
I like the Nittany Lion.
So we're going Penn
Let's
State.
go Penn State.
Penn State. We got
Shaw, what are you thinking here?
All right, so me, look, I'm going Penn State because I think Ohio State is going to struggle to stop the run. Penn State's averaging over 200 yards a game right now, rushing the ball. And Ohio State gave up 176 yards to a Notre Dame team that should have beat them in that game. So I'm giving Penn
Nodes up
State.
there. I love it.
No, that's fair. Notre Dame has a good running back in Estimai.
He's pulling out
Right,
facts.
yeah,
I'm over
he's
here
good.
free balling this shit.
Yeah. Nah. I like Penn State's running offense. I was thinking that too, but Franklin is kind of like Brian Kelly in this sense, has a hard time winning that big game.
Yeah, well, Brian Kelly got us last year, so.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He did.
He did do that, dude.
you got field stormed on twice last year. How's that feel?
You know, I'm not going to give you the corny Bama answer like it's you get a field stormed on when it's against you, but we don't do it ourselves. It sucked. It sucked. I can't lie. Last year was rough.
It was back-to-back weeks too, wasn't it?
No, it was a couple weeks.
Oh, there was weeks in between.
No, a couple of weeks in between.
Yeah, because it goes third week of October, then they get a break. I think LSU and Alabama have the same bye week every year, and then they play each other. Because it's, you know why? Because it's usually the national championship every week. That week, unlike
Oh, is that what it is?
well, look, Tennessee's been so bad for the last 20 years.
I heard LSU and
Yeah.
Alabama wasn't even a rivalry. That's what I heard.
That's not true.
I heard that on the street. I heard
Nah.
Alabama doesn't care about LSU. They're just
No, I
they're
mean,
dirt to them.
I'll say that we don't like Tennessee more than we don't like LSU, but you know, we still don't like them.
you gotta
Yeah.
think about it. It's like you got the dirty South, and then Alabama's like it's like Tennessee. Alabama and Tennessee are like the what's it called? The preppy South. Like the ties, the boots. We're like, it is. It's like it's more formal, like in the fraternity sense. Where LSU's just dirty South. And it's like
I'll give you that.
When you got LSU and Alabama playing, you got two big dogs, and then y'all just like a little pup up north. But like, y'all come down there, and you bite and bark a little bit here and there. But really, the two big dogs be eating in the West, and you got the East with the little orange pup.
I think the East might be a little stronger than the West this year. I'm just saying that. I'm throwing that out there.
I don't know.
I'm throwing it out there.
We'll find out.
I think Ole Miss is fraud. I think they're a fraud, but you never know. We'll find out.
Hey, we'll see.
Next game, Utah versus University of Southern California. Utah's without Cam Rising, and USC just came off their first loss of the year.
I got the Utes. I'm riding with the Utes as always. Family ties there as well.
Right.
Did you know Chase has a family tie with every team?
Chase is in last place in pickers. We got.
That sounds like why you're 3-7, man. You keep going 3-7.
I said last week I was betting or I was picking two.
He put too much money in his family.
Yeah, we got to cut the family out. We got to go on dignity here. Our life is on the line at the end of the season.
I'm still picking Utah.
I'm picking Utah.
There we go. Utah. We got two Utahs.
I got USC.
Give me the Trojans.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley, I don't think he's like kind of like not saying that he doesn't lose games back to back, but when you got an offense like that, they don't tend to lose games back to back.
Yeah. Give me USC too. Like Utah without Cam Rising.
I already had you down.
Without Cam Rising, it's hard to see them.
He's not back yet.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even though USC's defense
they're
is so
saying
bad,
he might redshirt.
Hey,
Oh my god.
So it was his 7th year in the college then, right?
yeah.
Hey.
Well, the Miami tight ends on his
switch
ninth.
mine.
No, you're good.
No, you
already
can't
said it.
switch.
No, you're sticking
You can't
out.
switch. You gotta keep Utah.
That's crazy.
But I'm with you on that. Without Cam Rising, that's what worried me. Is like their defense will be bad, but Utah's offense versus USC's defense is gonna keep it close.
I think USC's defense is terrible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But without Cam Rising, that offense for Utah is not gonna produce.
Yeah.
I mean, they only scored.
Didn't they
22
only
points a
score
quarter.
18 points in a game or something like that?
Yeah, they barely beat a lot of teams.
At the end of the day, Caleb Williams has the ball in his hand.
Yeah,
So,
I'm talking about former Heisman or one of the Heisman winners.
Yeah, they've only scored 30 twice against Weber State and Cal.
Yeah.
The Bears.
yeah.
Shout out Dane.
Give me the Trojans.
Shout
man.
out Dane.
This next one is a coastal matchup: Florida State versus Duke. I'm going for an upset. I'm going the Blue Devils.
I'm going Duke as well.
Go for the
Riding
upset.
Duke so hard.
I'll go for the upset.
Riding Duke.
I'm not. There's no logical reason why I would pick Duke because obviously the logical and statistical answer is FSU, but I want the upset.
Just give me the Knowles, man. This is outrageous.
Give me the Knowles.
All right.
Yeah,
Golly.
give me the nose, man. What?
Yeah.
3 versus.
That's what I'm saying, Shaw. What? But go Duke.
I think Riley Leonard is an exciting quarterback. I think Duke is an exciting football team.
Is he back?
Yeah. Is he not back?
I don't think he's back.
Let's fact check.
I thought it was Achilles, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Injury.
There's some chance hairs in your hat. I got it out though.
Is it really? Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're good.
Yeah, he will play against FSU.
No, it says will he play?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There's no way, man. He got rolled up on bad.
Duke football. Uh-oh.
Is Riley Leonard injured? We gotta click on that one.
Where's it at?
Right under you.
He's not playing probably. But Duke will be with
High ankle sprain. Oh, that might change what I'm.
Yeah.
Will didn't.
Yeah,
Will
I
didn't
don't
get
think
that
he's
chance.
going.
You can't say
I can't.
yours.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sticking with Riley Leonard. I'm sticking.
He's
with,
not playing.
I'm sticking with the Blue Devils. My bad.
Hey, whatever.
This next one is our two branches of our military facing off.
Is it Army Navy week?
It's Army.
It's Air Force Navy.
Air Force
Now-
Navy.
Air
It's
Force Navy.
It's the Commander Bowl.
The reason why I picked this. Oh, I muted. My bad. The reason why I
You good?
picked this
Dang.
game was Air Force is undefeated. They run that triple option pretty well. And then we have family ties at Navy. Yeah, family ties.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
They're gonna heat up. They're getting started.
My long lost brother plays for Navy.
Yeah, we got this. One of our friends, George Sanders, is he back? He's been concussed. He kind of got lit up a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's just like a little teddy bear, man.
Like a 6'5" teddy bear.
Yeah, 6'5" teddy bear, if we want to say that. Sorry,
big
Jordan.
teddy bear.
I'm going Air Force though. Like I said, this is a bounce back.
I know
week.
who we're riding with, Matt.
This is a bounce back week.
Roll
Goats!
Roll goats. I am going Navy.
Well, don't be fake.
They
man.
run the
Man.
same offense.
It's who can run the ball better.
I'm gonna take Air Force.
Let's go.
I mean,
He's like, no way.
He's like, I don't have
I feel
statistics.
like such an asshole.
yeah, no, I don't have anything for that.
Let's go, Air. We got 3 Air Force.
No, it's over. Navy's winning it by 4.
I mean, it's hard to pick a game like that. It's also, I feel like, LSU plays Army this year. I like for our defense, that's a scary game because they run the triple threat, the triple
It'll be
option.
500 yards rushing.
That's what I'm
for the
saying.
first
Like
half.
they're gonna run the rock really well.
Hey, this is off topic.
Yeah.
Did you see where Livy Dunn's dating that picture from LSU?
Yeah.
Paul Skeens.
they're
Yeah.
dating now.
Yeah, they're dating. Next
He came
game,
from Air Force.
That's absurd.
Another a West Coast. 2 teams that just lost. Oregon versus Wazoo or Washington State. If people don't know what Wazoo is, I mean Washington State.
Mhm.
I think last week's showing from Washington State was
Yeah,
brutal. It's at Washington State though, ain't
I believe so.
it?
Okay.
Okay.
I just don't believe Washington State's home field advantage is that big.
I don't know. It's
Neither.
I'll tell you what, Bo Nix is coming for vengeance.
I'm picking Oregon.
here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay, and I want to say this because I don't know who I'm picking in this moment. But after I say this, I might make a pick. I've said this time and time again. Pac-12 is shooting each other in the foot. I don't see them having. I think Washington ends up losing a game here. They got a long stretch or a hard stretch coming down. I think Washington State might pull this one out. I'm gonna go Washington State.
You going Wazoo? The Cougars?
Wow.
I'm going Wazoo.
No wonder you're in last place.
They doubted Louisville and Notre Dame last
Right.
week. Just saying, they doubted Louisville and Notre Dame, or not. When was that?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
No, that was- yeah.
And you
Look.
know, I get some picks every now and then. Just like you and your Duke upset. This is my upset. My second upset, I guess.
I'm gonna be like Chase here. I got family ties to the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
so yeah, give me the Ducks, man.
The team I always picked in NCAA 14 was Oregon, so I'm going to stick with it.
What are you thinking, Will?
Look, I was just playing NCAA 14 before I got on here, and I had to go with those Oregon unis. So
Exactly. See?
Who you going, William?
Bo Nix for Heisman.
Bo Nix for
Go next for
Heisman.
Heisman. That's a hot
So we
take.
all went Oregon except you. Well, that's a free win.
Hey.
Thanks.
On NCAA 14, I used to play with Boise State just because I want the blue field
Boise State's unis were tough as well.
with the orange helmet.
Yeah, until he's your team's offensive
The
coordinator.
pro combat uniforms.
Until Mr. Moore for Boise State's your offensive coordinator and can only score 17 points.
He was a former offensive coordinator at Dallas too. I don't want to hear
and they
anything
score
from
only
you.
17 points on a Monday night.
We can talk about that game if we want.
And you have Justin Herbert as your quarterback.
I'd
and you can
love
only
to
score-
talk about the
And
Cowboys.
you can only score 17 points.
Yeah, well, we got rid of him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, your new offensive coordinator can only score 3 more. I mean,
Hey, you only had to score 3 more.
A win's a win, right? A win's a win in the book.
the
Yes,
next
it
one
does,
is an SEC matchup in the West between Ole Miss and Auburn. Coach Lane Kiffin almost went to Auburn. Hugh Freeze went to Auburn, but coach to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
This is that game where I think Hugh Freeze gets his win.
I don't know. I think Lane. I don't know.
I'm taking Auburn.
Matt's in the lane.
Okay.
War damn. You gonna pick Ole Miss for once?
I need to get some wins. I need to get it first. I'm a second.
You're hearing it first.
Okay.
Here. Matt is picking Ole Miss for the first time ever.
Yeah, I refuse to pick Auburn in any game ever.
Yeah.
So, so give me Ole Miss.
Valid.
What about you, Will?
Hotty toddy.
Hotty
Hotty
toddy.
toddy.
What about you, sir?
There it is.
Oh, I'm going Ole Miss.
Oh, okay.
I don't like Auburn either.
Am I really the only one going for Auburn?
I-
Did we not see the show they put against Georgia? They still lost, but it was a good show.
Okay, listen.
Against a better team.
Here's the thing.
Against a better team.
Hear me out.
Chase is
Here's
also
the
like
thing.
not in the
LSU's
50
defense.
wins range.
LSU's defense is so bad they only scored 18. If Auburn puts in Peyton Thorpe one more week, who can only throw 5 yards, they will get smacked by Ole Miss. Now, if they put in Ashford, I would pick Auburn, but I don't know who they're putting in this week.
Guess we'll find out.
Nobody does.
Yeah, see, they don't
world
know.
may
Even
never
Auburn
know.
doesn't know. I mean, Hugh Freeze is like, well, I'll just try him out one quarter and see what happens. But Thorpe is not the answer. I mean, I don't know. Thorpe is really bad. I mean, Alabama's going to roll over Auburn if they put in Thorpe. He can only throw, he has a hard time throwing the ball forward. I mean, it's, like a 1 yard slant is difficult for Mr. Thorpe. But besides, let's just get off that. So, I mean,
I just got on a tangent
I just watched it. I watched the
I
game
feel
this
you,
week.
though. I get it.
I watched the game, and I'm like, LSU's defense is so bad. How could your quarterback be worse than our defense? Like,
or maybe your defense is finally starting to click.
I hope there's not. I was watching the game on a bootleg website, and people in the comments like, "Oh, LSU's gonna beat the hell out of Alabama," and I typed, I was like, "You tripping?"
It's like you bootleg website.
I appreciate the respect, man.
I respect Nick because I mean he coached at LSU. I respect Nick. I respect Alabama's program. I know the damage that could be done with him. These Tennessee fans just don't respect greatness, and they like to belittle it.
They don't.
No, I respect it. I respect it all. I just hate Alabama. There's a difference. I respect it, but I hate it. All right?
Okay.
That's
fair enough.
We'll get...
Whatever. This next matchup is Clemson versus Miami. Two teams that are lacking these last couple of weeks. Will Clemson ever get back in the top 25?
Will's gonna get you there.
Dabo just called out his fan base and said that y'all need to hop off the bandwagon. I don't know if y'all saw that. Did anybody see that? Anybody saw that?
No.
Let me find this quote by old Dabo.
Coach Dabo Swingy.
While we'll find that quote, did y'all hear about the guy from Miami that's applied for his 9th year of eligibility?
No, I didn't. What?
Like, bro, get
9th?
We need to move on, man.
He's a tight end, and he's applied for his 9th year of eligibility.
Hey, good for him, dude. If he can play as long.
Which is crazy. That the COVID years making people play 10 years. He was in college. His freshman year was when Lamar Jackson won the Heisman. 2016.
Good for him.
No, that's crazy.
That's wild.
No.
So this is the quote from
2016. That's when I got my driver's license.
That's when the Cubs won the World Series.
Yeah, that's how
long it's been. So he said, I don't think anybody's satisfied being 4-2. We're never satisfied. I'm gonna skip down. Blah blah blah. And I just guess nobody has a sense of humor anymore around here, but that's just kind of where we live in.
Dabo with these weak.
Hold on.
These weak comments.
Here we go. So he said, that's just reality. It's hard to win. It's freaking hard to win. And to win consistently, it's almost impossible. So people don't understand that. I can't help them, but I just made the... Oh, this is a reply to the comment. This isn't in the real comment. So he's trying to get back. Give me 1 second. He said, we're at a point where if you don't go undefeated, you're losers. You're terrible. And that is just a terrible mindset. Honestly, maybe we need to lose a few games and lighten the bandwagon.
I agree.
Wow.
I feel like there is a...
He's calling out the fan base, though. If I was a fan for Clemson, I'd be hopping off that. Honestly, like he said. Sometimes he said sometimes bandwagon can get a little too full. So, with that being said, I'm taking Miami. I think Dabo's tarnishing his legacy, and I think Clemson sucks. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like it.
Who's up?
That was just very well said. I'm gonna
go Clemson.
Will's going you if you can.
Yeah, you can't see it.
He's holding up the U right now.
Oh, he's going to you. Okay.
My shoulders hurt.
Look, I'm conflicted, right? Because on one hand, a friend of mine
You got
starts on
family
the
ties?
O-line for Miami.
Do you have family ties?
Right. On both sides.
Do you really?
Oh shit! You might well
Yeah,
go
so
for the draw.
a friend of mine starts on the O-line for Miami, transfer from Alabama, Javion Cohen.
Oh.
And then Dabo recruited my cousin to come play at Alabama when he was here. So I'm gonna rock with Dabo and stay with the true family ties. So give me Clemson.
Oh.
He picked the refs.
Oh, you're sounding like me. You sound like me over here.
I know, man. You're rubbing off on me. I don't like it.
Good thing my family's kind of short-handed.
Yeah, I'm not blessed with anything athletic ability, so ain't nobody recruited my family.
No, I'm just saying a lot of mine died. So
Everybody got their picks in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mississippi State versus Arkansas. This is the worst game of the slate by far.
That's the only. I think that's the only other. I've tried finding games that were like I thought could be decent.
What about the UTC ETSU?
That's coming up. That one's coming up. I'm picking Arkansas. I think they need a win out of them. I think this is the week to do it.
Give me Arkansas.
I'm picking Arkansas. Just double checking my pick there.
I do like
Give me
a
the
cold
Hogs.
beer.
Okay, we got everybody's unanimous on that. Arkansas.
Yeah, if Mississippi State,
Yeah.
Free win.
I think Mississippi State could be a good team. It's not their year, and they're gonna lose their quarterback next year in Rodgers.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Will Rogers been there for a while too.
Yeah, he's 9 year too.
For forever.
Now we got. Let's get to some in-state rivalries.
In state.
We all lived in Chattanooga our whole lives, right?
Well, he went to school there.
Except me.
He's from Atlanta, but he went to school there.
Okay, but you get the gist of UTC, right?
Yeah.
UTC, ETSU, they're playing for the railroad.
The rail. It's
They're
the
playing for
rail
the rail.
rivalry.
It's
Okay.
Johnson City versus Chattanooga. Johnson thinks they're about it, but if you're not Chattanooga, then where are you at? I'm gonna go UTC, obviously.
Give me the Mocs. Give me the Mocs.
Power C.
My grandpa played receiver
Power
for the
C or
Mocs.
Power C.
See, you got family ties. There you go.
No.
But yeah, I was
There it
living.
is.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
There's no way you pick ETSU.
No, I'm not
Oh,
saying.
cut that
I'm not
shit
saying.
out,
I'm not
man.
saying I'm picking ETSU. I'm just-
Chase.
Hey, my quarterback in high school plays there. At ETSU.
Well,
But I can't. My girlfriend goes to UTC, so I'd be not able to come to Thanksgiving. If I didn't
if
pick
you pick the
UTC.
Mocs. William Riddle might have a chance to start again in this game.
Really?
From what he won Offensive Player of the Week. So Baby Riddle out there slinging the rock.
Right.
For ETSU. However, I'm gonna go UTC. Go Mocs. I can't-
That's back to back. Everybody picked the same.
I can't disrespect. I can't
I
disrespect.
think I
Mocs.
just lost you again, but
Oh my
I
lord.
heard you say go Mocs.
There you go.
Yeah, we picked the Mocs. We picked the Mocs. So I don't know. I don't know who you're going with.
So I'm gonna do the same thing. Gibby's. I've seen Gibby's balling over
Oh,
there.
Gibby's
at
ball.
UTC.
How Gibby? Yeah,
Right.
I don't know
so,
who Gibby is.
Jay Gibson, starting tight end for the Chattanooga Mocs. He's a Macaulay alum.
Yeah.
He's out there doing his thing.
These Macaulay cats.
There we
man.
go.
These Macaulay cats.
I mean, when
And
you're
also-
Mini college football team. I hope to God you go to college.
But I also went to elementary school with the long snapper. So give me the Mocs, man.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
The long snapper.
The long snapper.
Oh gosh,
You got ties. You got ties.
you got family ties. Yeah.
Hey,
How do I forget about Gibby though? Dude is one of the biggest guys I've met in my life. I'll be honest, he's
that's a
massive.
big dude.
Now we got the granddaddy of them all.
Granddaddy. The reason why
I don't know if College Game Day is going to be there.
it's not. They're going to. They're not in Tennessee. Where are they going this week?
I don't know.
They're
I know
not
we
going to
have
Tennessee.
They're
Not
SEC
not going to
Nation
Tennessee,
though.
Bama. SEC
SG
Nation.
Nation's going to be there.
It's that's a more, I think, a better college game day show in my opinion. I think it's more. They
I like seeing Pat.
they know ball in the SEC. Let's say that.
But where's College Game Day
I
going?
can find out.
Because if it's not on our slate, then why are we not picking it?
I think it's Michigan State. Oh no, it's Ohio State and Penn State.
Yeah, well, they're both.
Which is it's a reasonable
they're
game.
both undefeated.
It's a reasonable
They're
game.
both undefeated.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
If Tennessee and Alabama are both undefeated.
That's a different story.
Yeah. Honestly, the hardest thing I've ever heard anybody ever say in college football was Kool-Aid McKinstry after they lost to Texas, and they go, "No one's ever won a national championship week 2." I thought that comment was just hard. He told us-
Yeah.
That was the hardest
nice.
comment I've ever seen any player tell the press.
It's got to start hard.
No
when your
one,
name is
no one's
Kool-Aid.
ever won a national championship in week 2. I was like, that's so hard. Like that's
If
the hard.
your name is Kool-Aid, you mean business. I mean,
Well,
the guy's a dog.
Hey,
Yeah.
what is the dude whose name is like the hardest?
Oh, Dakota's Crawford.
the coldest.
The coldest.
He's at
He was at Nebraska for a little
Yeah,
while, wasn't
yeah.
he's at Louisiana Tech.
Yeah. With
Yeah,
the
he ain't gonna
voice.
get out of
With
Nebraska.
Smoke Harris. If you don't know Smoke Harris, y'all look him up. He's a dog.
Well, he's a random college player we've been following. He doesn't know it, but
He doesn't know. But we're huge fans of Smoke
Huge
Harris.
fans of Smoke
Hey,
Harris.
he liked our comment.
He's been giving us love.
He
on
may
the-
get us love, but he doesn't know we talk about him every week.
we talk about it every week, at least
He
one.
fake.
That's funny.
Hey, we're actually going to see him play.
Oh yeah, we
Yes,
are.
yes.
So we're actually gonna try to go. We're going to a game, and we're gonna try to get his attention.
We're gonna try and
Yeah.
He's like smoke.
We're gonna try and meet Smoke.
He's gonna be clueless.
But
That's funny.
yeah.
We're the one who shouts you out on
Just give him a hat.
Should we get him a hat?
Just give him a hat.
Yeah, we'll
Be
give
like,
him a hat.
please wear the
You
hat.
got to.
Wear the hat, smoke.
Or take his jersey.
You got to.
Dude, we could do a jersey swap.
A
Get
jersey swap.
a t-shirt for a jersey.
A low down jersey.
Yeah.
There's no shot he gives us his jersey.
Oh, he's got to rip off one of Jackson's.
Can I have like
dusty
his
Carhartts.
wristband or something?
Honestly.
Give me your cleat.
Yeah, I just want one.
But let's talk about the granddaddy of them all. We got Tennessee versus Alabama. The third week. Is it called the third week in
It's the
October?
third
Third Saturday in
Third Saturday in
October.
October.
Third Saturday. The best rivalry game of all time. Debatable. Up for debate.
I would say the Iron Bowl is up there.
Iron Bowl's, it's
Yeah.
little brother of the rivalries, if we want to be honest. But
Man.
We talked about it. We went in depth earlier. We could just pick the game.
yeah.
I'd rather watch two
Yeah.
cats mate in the back and watch that Iron Bowl.
But I'm gonna go Alabama. I think they're the stronger
I already
team.
got this shit down.
Yeah.
You know who I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with the Balls. I'm rocking with Tennessee.
Okay.
Give me the Volunteers.
Rocky Top, you'll always be
All
home
right, all right,
home
all
to
right.
me. Good old Rocky
Look.
Top.
Woo!
Let's cut that noise. That hurts my ears. Does it hurt your
Thank
ears?
you.
Say it, y'all. Say
Look,
it.
I-
They go Vols.
When I was gonna make my pick, I needed to seek out some advice. So I texted a friend / future coworker of mine named Roman Harper, and he told
Oh,
me,
really?
you know,
Wait, what? Hold on.
make sure to
You didn't tell me
what's
that.
up?
You didn't tell me that.
Oh yeah. Family ties, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I texted him. He said roll tide. So that's
Dude.
what I'm going with.
Heck yeah. Well, I didn't know.
Well, who
about...
else were you gonna go with?
Wait, you
Nobody.
gotta talk more about this Roman Harper thing though. Before I want to get into something else too, but before.
Yeah. Really quick, yeah. So Roman, pretty much he played with my cousin when they were here, and during the Texas Alabama game, we linked up and we got to talk about the future and everything. So yeah, we just text back and forth every now and then. One game weekend.
Heck yeah.
He's coming here this week, so we talk. So
Heck yeah. All right, we're gonna end this on this. I'm a betting man.
okay,
We didn't settle the bet last year.
we didn't, and that's my bad.
That's partially
my
on
bad.
me too. So we made a bet. If Tennessee were to win last year, he'd wear a Tennessee shirt, do his thing. If Alabama were to win, I would do it. Now I feel like we need to up the ante a little bit.
Okay.
You have to enroll at Alabama for 3 years. Money out of your pocket for tuition.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. But I do you have any recommendations
I've got
or
one.
what's
We need a recording to post on there. You guys say roll someone.
I can honestly if Tennessee wins, you wear the Tennessee stuff, I'll send you a T-shirt.
And you have to say go Vols. You have to sing the whole
you have to
Rocky
sing
Top
Rocky
song.
Top. You have to sing Rocky Top for us.
Just
Okay.
the chorus.
Okay.
Just the chorus.
And if Alabama wins, I'll be doing the Alabama stuff. I'll give the whole. I don't know. Do you want me to sing Dixieland Delight, Ram or Jammer? What do you want me to do?
No, Dixieland Delight's a Tennessee song.
What?
He said, "What?"
I might say it was about a bunch of
I'm
Alabama
gonna skip
boys
past
going
that.
into Tennessee, taking the Tennessee women and bringing them back to
That's
Alabama.
I don't know about that one.
That's not it.
I could do the Ram or Jammer thing. I don't know if that's necessarily.
Sing, just you have to do something with Sweet Home Alabama. That's what we'll do. Sweet Home Alabama with I'd gear on.
He said
Gotcha.
you, not y'all. So you're the one.
Yeah,
doing
no,
it.
I like it. I like it.
Also, on the betting side, I need your help trying to convince, this anonymous member of the Tennessee Athletic Department.
Yes.
I'm saying he said he wanted to do at least 50 push-ups. I'm saying he has to wear Crimson Tide gear to work, and if we lose, I'll wear it to work too.
All right, I'll put my word in.
Golly gracious,
I'll
that's
put my
death.
word in.
Dude, someone's getting their ass.
Yeah,
beat.
yeah,
You're getting fired. Someone's getting fired on the spot if that happens, though.
yeah. I might, but
But yeah,
bet's a bet.
no, I like it. I like it.
Stay true to your word.
Yeah. Well, dude, I think that's all that we've got.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this.
No, it's been a pleasure, man.
I appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Nice talking with y'all.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
good talking to you.
Heck yeah, dude.